Okay, so I was getting ready for work and I had a couple extra minutes, so I figured let me come on here and shuffle, see what come out, do a little quick little message or whatever. And it might just be an oracle, but if I got enough time, then I might pull a couple cards too. But I figured this dark mirror deck will be good for right now because of all of this heavy energy that the collective is working through or coming out of. So, and the dark mirror deck to me is just symbolic of the shadow, our blind spots, the parts of ourselves that's holding us back or causing blockages that we may not even be aware of, type shit. The collective needs to be made aware of what shadow aspects, blind spots. So we got masquerade, and today for tomorrow. So initially I'm feeling like a fake it till you make it type of energy. This energy of false mask, this energy of trying to appear as something that you're not, this energy of trying to hide certain parts of self for the sake of everybody else. But not realizing how both of those parts of yourself is what make you complete, is what make you whole. How wearing these false masks actually drain you because you have to pretend. It's a lot to keep up with. And I say fake it till you make it because I was getting this energy of like, if I could just, basically until I get where I'm going, just pretend or wear this mask or, keep pushing myself until I get where I'm going. But I feel like what this does is it keeps you from being in the present moment. It keeps you always trying to get to the next destination, which means that mask never really comes off. You never really get to be your true authentic self. I mean, you constantly putting on a show because you gonna wear that mask until you get to your destination. And then when you get to that destination, you're going to be trying to get to another destination, which means you may take off that mask, but then that means you're going to put on a whole nother one just to get to the next destination, and so on and so forth, until you live your whole life and you look up and realize you never was true to yourself. So I feel like this energy that we're coming out of or working through is helping a collective purge or helping things come up from like that root chakra area, especially with this red energy here. Stuff rooted deep within you that you didn't even realize you had a relationship with. For example, for me, setting boundaries and being passive aggressive was going hand in hand for me. I had an issue with setting boundaries, and so therefore my passive aggressive side will come out later down the line because I didn't communicate correctly, or I didn't communicate authentically. I will put this mask on and say, be agreeing to things that I didn't really want to do or didn't feel like doing, but because I didn't want to make anybody else uncomfortable or offend anybody or, whatever it may be. But then this is me sitting there with a long face. So you might want to take some time to kind of reflect on, because I know as a society we have a habit of pointing a finger, but everything is a reflection. So you might want to take some time to kind of reflect on what has been coming up for you in the past, I would say, week or two. What you've been feeling. It's at the bottom. Bride in the cage. Yeah, I feel like that kind of plays into this energy because you keep yourself locked in a cage. These parts of you that you feel like are not worthy of love are some of the most unique and beautiful parts of you. Like I said, it's what makes you whole and complete. Those parts of you that you try to avoid is what, because to me, this is coming off like it's a bride, so that speaks to me of status. But the parts of you that you're trying to avoid or hide or pretend it's not there will play a very important role in getting you to the level or the status or the goal that you're trying to reach. For example, if you want somebody, let's just use this card as an example, and you getting married, but you've been wearing this mask your whole life or this whole relationship. So this person is they don't even know who they're marrying. They're not marrying you. They're marrying who you pretended to be. You get a job and, you don't say what it is, what your expectations are, or what you feel like you need, or you sitting in an interview pretending, yes, playing your role basically, and they don't even know what it is that you can truly do, or who they truly hiring, or who you even truly being employed by, because asking those questions and being in that interview and being true to yourself, having honest opinions, having honest questions, and saying, just so you could know that you even signing up for the right opportunity. It ain't just about them picking you, but about what you need for yourself. I feel like this is about looking in the mirror, because I feel like she's looking in the mirror. I feel like this is about looking in the mirror and seeing in which all the ways you hold yourself back, in which all the ways you pretend, you're not true to yourself, you're not honest with those around you. Let me see if I got enough time to read. Let me read Masquerade first. Okay, bear with me. But basically, it's saying here, there is often guilt in taking the mask of Don Juan. Maybe I should put this up for y'all to see. The seducer is not a master of love, neither of manipulation. He is the master of the, ephemeral, EPHEMERAL, of what is fleeting and brief and transient to the extreme. He is the master of the moment and as such he forgot all other kind of eternity. There is guilt if you care, because you are not building. There is guilt out of loss, because you are not treasuring. There is guilt out of indifference, because when you don't care, you cheat yourself of meaning and value. Sometimes there is guilt in the selflessness and the desire itself, and everything leading to pleasure, as if the only pleasure that can be sacred are only those labeled as such. The masquerade is a dance. It's a road that goes in circles and ebbs and flows, and always ends with the first light. Before the time comes, hold it tightly. When the time comes, let it go. Which I feel like essentially is saying, if you wearing this mask, it's basically like I said, it's a never ending game. It's a never ending road. It just takes you in cycles, takes you in circles. And again, when it said about, yeah, for the moment, but then you forget about the other kinds of eternity, which is what I was saying in the beginning, as far as, if you're wearing this mask, and then by the time you get to the next destination, you're going to be wearing another mask, and then you're going to look up and your whole life going to be full of masks. It may seem like a trade-off to sacrifice the present in order to secure a better future. That's what ants do. Or to sacrifice the future to enjoy a better present. Cicadas do this. Either choice holds a bitter taste. It's like watching a child play. Shouldn't she study? And if she was studying, wouldn't she regret not playing more? You meet a person you are attracted to. Do you go past and let it stay in the fantasy? Or you make a move and follow it through to the that same E word, ephemeral ending? The endless choice between regret and remorse. What if, for once, we turn our back to the dark? We do the unexpected, and we shred it like a used dress. We can walk by the sea as no one is around, and we skinny dip out of our worries. The present and the future are one single integrated connection. I'm going to say that again. The present and the future are one single integrated connection. So if you're wearing a mask now, you're wearing a mask in the future. There is no choice between the road, it's only one. What we are today and what we are tomorrow may be different, but it is the same person. So I feel like you need to let yourself out that cage. Stop worrying about outside opinions. Stop worrying about how you are perceived. Stop worrying about how you show up, and just be. Just be. Because those who truly fuck with you, that's not going to change anything. They may have to adjust or learn to respect boundaries. But if you are not giving yourself unconditional love, then you're not going to attract people who can give you that unconditional love. If you hide in parts of yourself, then you're just going to attract people who only love the parts of you that you're comfortable with showing and sharing. But if you put the whole of you on the forefront, then the people around you, actually love the whole of you. So I feel like that's what this energy has been about in the collective these last couple of weeks, kind of purging up the parts of ourselves that we keep hidden or call subconscious blockages, because we may not even be aware that we're doing it. So again, I think take that time to kind of reflect and see what's been coming up for you and how you can address it. And don't run from it. Don't avoid it. Give it love. Give that part of yourself some love and patience and grace, and start to integrate it. Give it permission to exist. And if it's something that needs to be, worked on, then work on it. But don't judge yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Yeah.